There is Twisten on the other side, a player with so much promise, and I know at times we haven't seen him really shine the stage. There's been the odd map where he comes online. It's getting that engine going though and seeing consistency. That's a way to start it. Already Twisten did finding Newzera, and Scream falls down just a couple of seconds after. Vitality are off to the races already, Tom.
Yeah, an aggressive start, I like this. Basically just trying to shut down any plan that could have been there for the side of Karmine Corp. Now they've got themselves into an after-plant position, but with such a disadvantage, it's going to be tough. A couple of low players, though.
I mean, they have got 3, maybe even 4. No, it's just 3 trying to force their way in towards heaven here, forcing Shin down, which now means on the low ground they've lost that high advantage. We all know what Anakin said about that one. And still in a spot, though, where just 2 on site. There is some little strange options here, but on towards the right-hand side. Easy close out in the first round here. Vitality sending everyone around the corner. Nivera can only find the one. Comfortable first round for Vitality.
Twisten, somewhat alone here on this side of the map. Has a little bit of pressure in towards the market, which is ceNder going to be pushing forward. Nivera is somewhat tunnel visioned in. I'm not sure what made him believe that that spot was clear, but that's a very easy kill.
That's what more they can find at the back of this. ceNder once again converting into another from market. X, and that's finally getting the trade. We'll give it to both teams so far. That trade play, finding the 1-for-1s consistently has been the theme.
Saving.
When the pressure is coming up as it is, I mean, we saw, for example, ceNder come on the flank through mid previously. He's looking to do it again, potentially here around Arch, just before he gets pushed back. But bit of an A-hit coming in here with 4 players all grouping up on the push through.
Destrian's taken a lot of damage from that snake bite. Paranoia is sublime. A secondary flash as well, and he gets both! He was so low on HP, and eventually it's just the trade-outs.
Dump a utility onto a clump group of players, just nets them so many.
He was waiting for that pick for the first 25-30 seconds of the round. Finally drops down from his perch, and it's a free kill for Twisten.
Seeker's coming out now. That tells you all you need to know that the engagement is coming in. Scream straight in there, nice and aggressive, but BONECOLD is already out of dodge. Getting absolutely melted by the utility, and finally it's Twisten to finish him off, and they're going to have to back out here because of the killjoy. Great response by Vitality.
He almost just crouched into the ult. That would have been a little bit awkward, but yeah, it's a waste. They've used some ults, garnered nothing for it. 2 players down. Do they now use the lockdown? It almost seems wasteful with this many players already on the deck, and there are 3 players waiting for them to try and push in. This read is not good, and Destrian at just random intervals decided to spam a couple of bullets, and well, now they don't have the choice to use the lockdown because they don't have it anymore.
Just sheer filth. And I feel even if the lockdown had come out there, looking at the spacing of the players on Vitality, they're ready to deal with that every day of the week. You have got the KO coming up from the backside as well. MOLSI slowly working his way through spawn. But it feels like this round is pretty much already done and dusted when there's just 1 left. Now it'll be a race for who can collect the kill. Newzera maybe from behind. There it is. MOLSI collects it. Another comfortable round for Vitality.
It seems like they know that there's a player on this corner. Yeah, they're going to pre-fire it. Good trade from Destrian. Paranoia as well to try and slow anybody down as the rest of the team look to try and execute out. But Destrian is just taking over. It's the second time he's taken a risky fight and come out on top. Thing is, though, he's just still going. A 3rd kill now for Destrian. And 2 more pressuring Twisten.
Those 2 are coming together so well in the middle of the map as well. Just constantly collecting kills. Destrian and ceNder this is as well. I know ceNder went down there, but he was the bait that let Destrian find XMS and make it a 3rd in the round. Out comes this Viper's Pit, just about getting onto the plant spot, and also a lot of control inside a tree. This might make things a little bit risky for them. Finds one for himself, and it's going to be a bit of a bait here as he goes in towards tree, but they found 2 and managed to close the round out. It looked for a second like KC might have it in, but Vitality slammed the door in their faces.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, timing. They're going to hear the reload. It's not being watched. Free kill for Scream. He's actually going to get a double. Finally waking up a little bit. Spike taken onto the site. Now he is alone at the moment. Maybe having to wait a little bit just for a rotation to come in before going for the plant. But they will get into an A site after plant position. One of the best spots we've seen KC in.
Made so much room there. Scream find the 2 kills, completely breaking the A site wide open, and now has the ultimate online too. I think it's him versus Twisten up on the high ground that might be the problem. And this killjoy, so well placed, it's going to force these players either back in towards Wine or out down A main, and that's exactly what Vitality wanted. They know they're going to have a couple of players in Wine. This could be very, very dangerous on the retake.
Yeah, already getting it to half. In fact, no, ceNder's just sticking it all the way. He's not let go. They're just going to defuse right in front of their eyes. It goes from bad to worse for the side of Karmine Corp. A 10-2 half. And sure, there might be a man standing at the end, but that means absolutely nothing. It seems like most of it's just being used to lock players out of middle.
Onto that re-swing there, Scream. Trying to kind of bait them into a false sense of security, could get nothing away with it. Dipped himself away, really trying to hold them at bay here, but Vitality are just marching on forward. Again, ceNder has been the backstabber of the century in this game as they march their way in towards site. Scream pulls down elsewhere. Shin goes to a great tap coming in, but it's simply not enough. As said, sometimes it just comes down to that gun skill, and Vitality have got it in spades in this game.
Spike planted.
Twisten lurking in the backlines. There's a few low players. That's really the only saving grace, but Destrian still full HP and XMS still needing to find out where some of these players are. Doesn't even know there's a flank. Nice shot at least onto MOLSI. It gives him an opportunity to try and isolate one of these jewels. This would be the big kill, but already getting tagged low. A headshot connected. A chance for a freebie. Oh, I didn't want to see that.
It's one of those, Tom. It's okay. Newzera's going to be able to find one, but can find nothing here as well. Even sat in the bonus round, we've got, what, 4 full rifles on side, so Vitality don't feel too beat up here about their chances. Scream finds one, but it's a spray through from Destrian. No one is stopping this man in this game. Sure enough, down goes the spike. XMS and Shin with it all to do.
And that's the thing, all they need to do is trade from here, but the flash is just perfect. The supportive
3K.
utility from Vitality is just diffing KC by an absurd margin. And while Shin, he hasn't thrived on this Viper. I want to see him back on the initiator. Vitality are going to close this with ease. This was the map choice of Karmine Corp. They walk into it after not playing it this year, and they win 13-2. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly how the feeling's going. Got it. Alrighty, I mean, I like it because I was about to say we've seen the damage that players like ceNder have been doing on the flank on the last map. I don't mind them having the turret on side to at least help to hold down some areas like that. But Vitality have started this map exactly the same way as they started things off on Ascent, with out-and-out aggression, and KC are left reeling.
Yeah, KC at least get to start on the defense. That's BONECOLD. BONECOLD. Okay, I don't know what's happened there. Fallen asleep at the wheel. I don't know what contact he was waiting for, but they've not only taken a lot of damage, they've lost a player in the meantime. This is one of the best scenarios we've seen throughout the series. I know it's the pistol round, but they managed to bring this back to a competitive standpoint. BONECOLD is dancing around within the smoke. He's going to get a freebie because of it, and the time is ticking away. Still a couple of players yet to be found. BONECOLD got tagged so desperately low, but now on 3 kills, in fact, the end zone with 4. I don't know how BONECOLD survives in the round, let alone coming out with a multi-frag.
Just trying to take ground and force Vitality back.
Oh my.
But they're in.
Yeah, again, pressure onto XMS, and again, he crumbles. He's not been able to do anything in these initial takes into the site. They had all of Viper's utility and all of Killjoy's, and they get in unscathed.
This is the battle now, once again, where you've got to fight your way through. It's a 5 versus 4. Great paranoia across finds 2. ceNder collects at least 1. Good play coming out from Destrian, who now has assumed control of tower. And there are 3 players in towards spawn for KC who need a way through. And by the looks of it, just going to go for a save on what they've still got.
They're going for these aggressive plays on the other side of the map. ceNder's going to go walking through. Showstopper in, Scream's done well. Denial of some space. He just got lost! He's not heard him from behind! Like, what?
Shot up to completely the wrong place there as well. Didn't realize the Rays had come through with such force and vitality. The bait and switch, you can see the 3 players from KC all over towards A, expecting a hit there again, but they flipped it on its head. But Vitality are ready to come in and force again.
Yeah, they're just being direct. They just don't care about the utility on the other side. Scream, though, this time in position, but it's only going to be a one and done. They managed to get themselves the opener, and bear in mind, there are still weaknesses in the buy that is there for Karmine Corp. ceNder in Newzera's just gone through. A little bit delayed on the push through the smoke, but at least they've got the trade back. And this time, they have actually denied the plant from coming through.
You've got 2 players hovering, 1 towards spawn, 1 up towards mid, and they're like, okay, is it A, is it B? Where do we go from here? Shin finds 1, going to go for a swing here onto Destrian. He's playing off the back of this too. Now wants to go for the cross, to look in towards the site itself, and has the right idea. They've got that numbers advantage. Is this the first time they find a round?
Waiting with the nade, still holding this utility. Time ticking down, and that will at least buy them an extra couple of seconds. ceNder's doing well, holding onto this cross, not allowing them to get back in. If he could just deny this on his own. And Shin is awoken. of 4K that will grant Karmine Corp their first round.
Make sure everything is clear, and then in he strolls to merrily put down the plant. KC for yet another round here as well, are forced in towards Garage. They keep on sending 2 players in, and then they're always forced to fight their way back through. Nivera finds at least 1 back. It's a small reprieve though. It's still a 4 versus 3.
Yeah, and they've barely taken any space. Finally making their way back through. Nivera has managed to get 1. Already looking to try and get onto the plant, hiding in the smoke. Newzera might just have this kill for free, but they need to start getting on some form of defusal. The time just ticking away, and I think Newzera's already had to make the call to just escape this one. Just that little bit too slow at getting anyone on the defusal and unable to clear out heaven. You've got every single ult you could need for a retake. Showstopper's going to be used instantly, and well, there goes the lockdown.
Wow,
see you later.
They're going to send me for Tom. It's all yours. It's an absolute bowl over again. All right, Shin, we've seen him have a 4K. Let's not even talk about that one. Twisten closing things out. Vitality with about 30 seconds to work with here. We've seen them kind of make a decision several times in this series between the 30 and 40-second mark. And sure enough, the players coming in, TPing towards backside. They know that now there is 1 there, but it's trying to find the others. They don't know about the Omen. That's a little bit too close. They get rid of 1, and it feels like finally they force them back, but 2 kills come in.
It doesn't seem to matter.
No.
The clutch plays on the other side. Spike's in an awkward spot, and Destrian, he was just looking to retrieve the spike, but he's going to kill off Newzera instead. 4 players on that A site, a clear read coming through, and I can only imagine this is going to be a straight-up retake. ceNder's only goal, get 1 kill. That's the aim here. Get 1 kill off any sort of trip, and well, the trip's already been destroyed.
More they know, because off towards the left and off towards the right. Enemies are everywhere at the gates. He gets 1 to Newzera as well. Shin finds 2, makes it 3rd as well. That's the kind of hold you want to get things moving. We said, was it repeatable? It's taken a while, but it has come back in. BONECOLD's got to do it now against 3.
I don't think he's going to be able to stop them getting their 2nd round. That's something at least.
There we go, playing on flash as well, straight in towards deep side as well. They know about the one up close as well. The Omen that I'm worried about for a few seconds, it's Destrian up close, and he cannot win out the gunfight. Scream finds his man. They're on the side as well. Down goes the spike, and once again, KC are in a numbers advantage.
I like this. Look to try and confirm this round. You've got a long build back up using that Viper's Pit. Flashes going out as well. Now, they are all somewhat isolated into this corner. It gives some opportunities for spams to come through, the counters being attempted, and Twisten just watching, waiting to see if anybody attempts to play outside of the pit. Instead, they are all somewhat trapped in towards this corner. It might just be an attempt to try and lock them in towards the end, but instead, the double swing out works wonderfully. And now ceNder, last man standing. A Spectre probably not going to help him out too much, and again, he might just want to try and kill them all off.
Flash comes out as well. And there we go. Newzera on the swing for a second. Thought he might miss it. Vitality absolutely broke. Coming out with shorties, sheriffs, you name it. It's screen to start things off and taking a little bit out of the Vitality playbook here on a booster in towards site. They've rapidly got themselves on A here and are looking to march on in and get this fight down early.
Yeah, not really expecting much from this point onwards. Operator up, Screen just farming up those frags. Already got the Showstopper online for the next round. And he definitely seems to be building in confidence, a complete farm up, and even looking for the ace. Destrian is in point. Are his team going to give him anything? No, XMS wants to pad his stats himself. Probably better for the orbs as well, you know, if you're really going to go deep into it, although I'm sure many, including myself, wanted the ace. And actually, you know what? Vitality, 4 rounds lost in a row, they're going to take a pause. I don't mind this at all.
No. I think at this point, it's less even about things going horrifically wrong. They're losing out a good few gunfights that argue they can win. And I think about when we look down to the Omen playing on the A side, and we had the Sky Flash go over the top, didn't connect onto the players. Still, Destrian whiffed a couple of key shots that maybe would have found a kill and made things a little bit easy for Vitality.
Destrian is going to be hearing everything. Has the paranoia available and could cause them some serious issues. They're not checking this angle right now. It should be for free. No. The Omen strikes again. And now with 15 seconds, they got to go. They've just got to save. There's no chance of them winning this round. Just fade away and hold on to the guns.
10 seconds
They should get away with this as well as they're not being challenged. I say that. You got MOLSI on the walk around. Also Desh on the other side. Looking to somewhat pincer in. Then they'll realize that they've got the Viper hanging at the bottom. Are they going to bother trying to go for this? It feels good to get rid of the op. It's MOLSI to fall down. They hold on at least for now. There's the second one. And now the op's gone.
Yeah, they removed all of the weaponry. I don't think it's going to impact too much. Oh, MOLSI's going to peek as they're spamming the wall, but Newzera guarding, patient from XMS, catching them on this aggression. BONECOLD, if he can get this kill, he actually has the res, brings it back into that 4v4 scenario. Spike still tap back as well. That's a bigger problem, and Destrian again! He always seems to be in the backlines, always seems to catch them with their pants down. And they now might know that there's a player still lurking around.
I think it was such a good shout as well. Screaming Newzera really wanted to get the pinch onto Garage and force the defenders to the other side of the map, but there was the backstab coming in. A little bit of an overcommit, and it might just prove to be absolutely fatal.
He's having to go the long way. They were watching and would have caught the man with the spike. 20 seconds left as they look to make the move and just almost give it to him as a freebie. It's left to Nivera, trying to clutch this out. 1 versus 4, shot missed, and it's game over. Vitality, just like many before them, run through Karmine Corp. And although again there was some false hope going into that second half, it is a bleak, bleak day for Karmine Corp fans.